Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Destiny. I'm Death from Above. Today, I'm going to go over some pulse rifles. So I've got some pulse rifles, and I want to talk about my top Year 2 pulse rifles in the land of Destiny. So we got one right here we're going to talk about. So what I like to do in these top videos is go over my top 3 exotic and my top 3 legendary pulse rifles or guns, whatever they may be in Destiny from Year 2 and the Taken King. Kind of just my opinions. This is not what I consider, maybe the best or the most useful. This is what I would consider my favorites, my top 3 of each. And one of them in this video is going to be non-existent because we'll find out about that in a minute. So top 3, we have honorable mentions though. We have 2 honorable mentions. First one is I'm using right now. We have the PDX-41 pulse rifle from Suros. You get this from the gunsmith. It's a mid-impact, mid-rate of fire pulse rifle from Suros. The reason it is an honorable mention is because I haven't used it too much, but I had one early on in the Taken King that had full auto that I used religiously. I think it was just because I didn't have many other guns, and I just liked it with the full auto. This is not that version. I have since removed that version, but this one's very cool. I like this gun. It's a, like I said, mid-impact, mid-rate of fire pulse rifle from Suros. If you can get one with a head seeker, since it is a higher impact version, head seeker, hammer forge, small bore. This is a pretty good one right here. I have not leveled it up, but the SPO 28 sight is my favorite. So PDX-41 gets an honorable mention. Also getting an honorable mention from me is the Hawksaw. This is the vendor Hawksaw. I think it's the April 2.2 update Hawksaw with counterbalance, small bore, and fitted stock. This is the laser beam of the Crucible. We're doing some PvP with, or PvE with it, so it's not getting his laser beam on, but definitely a strong gun. If I didn't have an awesome PDX-45, I would use this one, and it would be a go-to, but I never have quite gotten into the Hawksaw. So it's a good gun, but not the best for me. For me, it's just an honorable mention, but a very strong gun. Very good in the Crucible. I pull it out every once in a while just to give it its paces, reassess my performance with it. But it is a low rate of fire, or a low impact, high rate of fire pulse rifle from the Crucible that I really like using. And the rate of fire is deceptive for me on it. It goes faster than you think it would. But hip firing, range, all that stuff's very good on this gun. If you want a good PvP gun and you don't have one already, this might be on my list of guns to get before Rise of Iron, so you don't miss out on some awesome rolls. But Hawksaw, honorable mention number 2. Now let's get into the top 3. Let's start with the number 3 exotic because I don't have it. It would be the no time to explain. We would put it right there, but I don't have it. I haven't completed the quest to get it on my hunter, but it is my number 3. It is a pretty cool pulse rifle. The exotic talent is when you're hitting headshots, I think it refills the magazine constantly. I have to brush up on that, but I don't have it, so I can't talk about it. So we're gonna have to move on to my number 3 legendary, the herja-d pulse rifle. Now this one I got early on in the Taken King as well, and I really like it. I still really like it, and I got one with some pretty awesome talents. But it is a high impact, low rate of fire pulse rifle from Herja. You get this from the gunsmith as well, from a gunsmith package, or ranking him up. And I got one with a counterbalance. Which one does this have? Counterbalance, glass half full, and hand laid stock. You lose a little bit of range, but you get glass half full and counterbalance. And with a pulse rifle like this, you want to be fighting at about medium range since it is high impact. You don't want to be up close, but it's a pretty cool gun. Really like it. I've had it for a long time. It's not like top weapon in Destiny, but it's one of those guns that I just like so much. It just feels good, and that's one thing about Destiny that I really like. If you like a gun and it just feels good, you can use it, and you can be effective with it. So the lyudmila-d, high impact, low rate of fire pulse rifle from Herja, very enjoyable gun. This would be the range right here that I would fight with this gun from. Like I said, it's not the fastest. This is the normal fire rate right here. You can probably hear me clicking the trigger. Mag size is okay, but it's a very solid gun. Number 3 legendary for me, Herja lyudmila-d. I really like it. Really like it. But let's go to number 2 exotic. Well, you've probably seen them, so you know what my number 1 and number 2 are, but we got the Bad Juju. This would be my number 2 exotic. Very good gun. Medium impact, medium rate of fire, but it's got that full auto going for it, and the Bad Juju perk, string of curses that refills your magazine. And just makes it this is a rock and roll gun to me. The stability is a little uncomfortable. It's a little hard to handle, but if you want to rock and roll with with a pulse rifle, this is the one to do it. Great for getting your super recharge. It's got that perk too. So if you don't have this one and you have the opportunity to get it, I definitely recommend it. It's got some really interesting applications. Like I said, the stability is a little bit bad, but in a situation like this, you can get by with that. Honestly, you should never have to reload this gun. You should be better shot than me. But very, very nice exotic. Had it since year one. Really have enjoyed it the whole time. They've been tweaking it the whole time. And it's just a fun gun. That full auto just kicks. Just wants to rock and roll to your mag's empty and get you a lot of super. So number 2 exotic, bad juju. So let's go with my number 2 legendary. We got the herja-d. Another Hake pulse rifle. This is the mid rate of fire, mid impact pulse rifle from Hake, or hockey puck, or whatever you want to call it. I've had this one early on. I think this was the first gunsmith weapon I got, and this one's very, very solid. Hi, just have some death. Everyone have some death. Hi, that's my name. We're gonna have some of me. So we got the Hake herja-d. We'll take a look at mine because I got some really good talents on it. We got Head Seeker, Feeding Frenzy, and Hand-Laid Stock. Really good gun. I like it in PvP. I like it in PvE. It's a fun gun. Definitely gets fun gun status from me. It's got the right rate of fire, the right impact. It just feels good. Good stability. Super strong gun. It doesn't get its just due. I think people just sleep on this gun. They don't think it's as good as it really is because it's a really good gun. Definitely recommend picking this up if you hadn't already got it and trying it out. Get something with some stability though, because this is going to kick. It's going to kick up and to the left, and you really need stability on this. So I recommend brace frame or hand-laid stock. Maybe a little counterbalance if you like that sort of thing. You don't really need counterbalance if you get hand-laid stock though, because you will have enough stability where it's not going to be a challenge. So moving on from my number 2 to my number 1 exotic. What do you think it's going to be? The Red Death, obviously. Number 3, I think there's only 3 exotic pulse rifles, so it had to be the Red Death. But the Red Death just has so much application that I don't think I could get by in Destiny without it, at least not in PvE. There's some situations in PvE where this thing saves my life, literally saves my life because of the talent that it has. So the Red Death has the talent Red Death, where it will regenerate your health upon a kill and makes reloading really quick. So it's very nice. See the reload for the Red Death perk, and you can see if I get shot a couple times. Shoot me, bruh. Shoot me, bruh. Shoot me, bruh. You gonna do it? Ow. All right, you're dead. My health is back. So Red Death, number 1 exotic pulse rifle in year 2 taking King Destiny for Death from Above. May not be for you. If it refilled the magazine, this would be the most monstrous of monster guns, but then it would be OP. So let's blow that up. I like the sound, man. The sound of this gun is awesome. In PvP, I can get by with this in PvP. In PvE, it is a must-have. In PvP, I definitely like it. It definitely has its times where I just am like, I gotta use the Red Death right now. I just have to. I gotta use it. It's got that impact. It's got the right rate of fire. It's kind of a mid-impact, mid-rate of fire pulse rifle, which to me, honestly, it just feels like a good gun. It doesn't really feel like an archetype. It feels like a good gun. It feels like the Red Death. Since I've been using it the longest, actually year 1, I got this from Crota's Inn, doing a Crota's Inn. Right when we killed Crota, I got it to drop, and I was really, this is one of the guns I can remember being very excited for. This and the Yallarhorn. So I was really excited when I got this one. It has since stayed in my inventory in year 2 and been very, very useful. But that's my number 1 exotic. What's my number 1 legendary? Well, I've talked about it, and you can probably guess, but it is my Suros PDX 45. We'll get into the details of this one, but let's talk about why I like it so much. It's got the right rate of fire. It's a high rate of fire. It's got the right impact. It's low impact, but it's just got the right talents. I got this out of a gunsmith foundry order. See if we can kill Draxus. Killing you, Draxus. See, I'm just holding the trigger, rocking and rolling. But let's look at the talents before they kill me. Real fast, it has perfect balance, full auto, rifled barrel. So you get the range, you get the stability, you get the full auto. Full auto on a pulse rifle like this. If I had a Hawksaw with full auto, yeah, I mean, it would be ridiculous. So, oh, hello. He's smashing me. So the PDX 45. It's my number 1 pulse rifle. It's one of my top guns in all of Destiny. So definitely don't sleep on this gun. It's right up there with a Hawksaw. It will compete, especially full auto. This gun has some ridiculous talent. If I'm running Iron Banner and I'm looking to get things done, this is the gun that I use. Pull out the PDX-45. I'll bounce it around between characters and just go to town with the full auto, the perfect balance. Just look at that, man. It just melts. It just melts. It's one of those guns like the Doctrine of Passing. It just melts. Ouch. Guys, I need you to back off. Hey, Draxus, I need you to die. So, PDX-45, what do you guys think? What's your favorite pulse rifle in Destiny? What's your favorite gun in Destiny? Which one do you think I should take a little bit more of an in-depth look? Let me know in the comments. I love hearing from you guys. I love getting the details, and I love the feedback. So I get a lot of my video ideas from the feedback, actually, if you guys didn't know. So that's my top pulse rifles in Destiny Year 2 Taken King. Let me know what you think. But I'm Death from Above, and I really appreciate you guys watching. So leave a like if you've enjoyed this. Subscribe if you want to see more. And until next time, I will see you later. See you, bye.